Is live? Is it live?
It's live.
It's live. Ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages, I give you Christa.
Hi guys, how's it going?
Welcome to the Big Family Homestead live thingy. We have stuff and things to deal with, and I am super excited for a lot of reasons, but one of many reasons is that we are in the birthday party afterglow.
No, aftermath.
Afterglow.
Aftermath.
Math.
Yes, there's, oh you can't see them, there's balloons all over the floor.
There's balloons on the floor.
The kids found some balloons that were left from Jonathan's graduation party and blew them all up. There's probably 15 of them laying around the house.
Oops, I left my volume up again. You'd think I'm the tech guy that I should figure this stuff out.
Right.
I have got to tell you guys, tonight is going to be a blast. We've got a lot to talk about, but I figured we'll show you, here's the list. Here's the list, and then there's more of the list. But we are jam-packed.
I think you gave me a paper cut.
I apologize.
Look, hold on, you got a hair.
I got a hair.
Yeah.
Ugh. I got schmutz. I got schmutz on my things and stuff. So, hello to Ernad. Hello, Butterfly Enterprises. Amy. Hey, Tiffany. It's been so long, you know? Thank you for showing back up. And, of course, Bayou Sunshine. Who would not want to say hi to Bayou Sunshine?
Right. Hi, Bayou Sunshine.
Ah. Deep South Texas. Good morning. Good evening or good night.
But I don't see you.
Good morning, good evening.
Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.
Yep. Name that movie.
What's that
Booyah. Movie? We'll get started early on the movie
Chat
quotes.
lovers here.
Hey, guys.
Mega Candy Lady.
Yes. One of the exciting things we are doing tonight is we are announcing our channel shout-out winners.
So
Yeah.
excited.
They need a gang sign just for them. Winners. Winners get sprinkles. It's true.
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Sprinkles are for winners.
It's an irrefutable fact. Winners get sprinkles. So, let's talk about stuff that happened this week, and we'll save this one for just a little bit later.
Yes, thank you.
But if you guys remember, we went on a garage sale hunt like a couple weeks ago, and I found a gem of a gem of a gem. This guitar amplifier is amazing. It is a tube guitar amplifier by a company called Rex. And I did not know if it worked, but turns out this thing was built in 1948.
That's a long time ago.
And
that's right after the war.
Right. And it has vacuum tubes in it, and I ordered some vacuum tubes to replace it. And it's got a Jensen speaker in there, and I got to tell you what, it is a killer amplifier.
I don't really care about those kind of things, but it sounds really, really cool.
It is.
Yeah.
And it's like...
And it's little. It's pocket size.
It is really cool. And it's light. Most tube amplifiers are so heavy.
Yeah.
Because of the big power transformers and stuff. But I wanted to tell you that was one of the cool things is it works. We got it working. It works. It's awesome.
Okay.
So,
Mama Hubbard was the only one that got the movie reference.
Oh.
The Truman Show.
It was the Truman Show.
Yes.
Yep. So, Maritimer Tim, I did not bring my guitar, or else, you know, I almost thought about doing that, but
that'd been cool.
I didn't want to make it like, here, let's listen to Brad sing songs now.
You really love that.
Well, maybe.
So,
tell you what, next week.
The Truthification Chronicles, it's Ruthie's birthday question. It's my dad's birthday too. He's 90 today.
Oh.
That's
happy birthday
really
to your dad.
Cool.
So, we are going to be revealing the winners of the shout-out contest today, and we're going to do it in stages.
Not all at once.
Not all at once. Talk about that.
David's here. He's been here all week. It has been an absolute joy to have him and his girlfriend here. So, well, the first part of the week was a joy.
Then it happened.
Yeah. But we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, well, most of you guys know that there was a big accident, and it was very, very much a blessing of God that it did not become tragic.
Yeah, it could have really easily been that way.
Well, you know, let's just we're talking about it. Let's talk about it.
Right.
The ATV accident that David's girlfriend got into. There was no issue with safety. They were doing everything right. Knew how to ride the ATVs. It was just one of those things where she just slipped and accidentally popped the throttle, and it was in the middle of a turn.
Yeah, she hit a bump, and that bump made her jump. And she's little. I mean, she's pocket size, okay?
You know, good for travel. Travel size.
She's travel size, right?
Yeah.
Well, then her hand slipped and hit the accelerator as she's coming around that corner, and that was
that.
That was that.
It's a big engine, and it went quick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she got away with a busted elbow and road rash, cuts, but nothing that's life altering.
No.
And well, no, I take that back, because I guarantee you, she has a new healthy respect for ATVs.
Oh, I know I do.
Well, we all do now.
We all do. We had a healthy respect for them, but we have it even more now because of what has happened. And I do thank the Lord that she came away from this. She walked away from this accident, really.
Yeah.
You know, she, aside from scrapes and bruises, she might have to have some therapy with her hand, but you know,
it could have been bad.
it could have been really bad.
And so we were very, very glad that it was not.
Right.
And also, thank you so much to everybody who had well wishes and prayers, because they made a lot of difference.
Yes.
So
Yes.
thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hey, cool. Wait, where was that? Where was that?
What?
She's from the Netherlands. There's, I missed it. I was trying to.
Inger Egermont.
Inger Egermont from the Netherlands.
Yes.
Good evening. So, or actually, it could be good morning for you. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know what the time difference is.
I don't know either.
I know England is 5 hours ahead of us.
And they've got to be further.
Gotta be.
Yep.
So, Inger, what time is it in your area?
Well, there you go. So.
Oh, Laura's asking, was this a family member that was hurt? Laura, no. No, she is our son's girlfriend.
Girlfriend, yeah.
So, not officially a family member.
Yeah. Yep. But we treat her like one.
Okay. So it's 2 a.m. there.
Oh, okay.
Well,
you are way past your bedtime.
Yeah, no kidding. Maybe she has
You are
insomnia.
way past your bedtime. Way.
Way past.
If you were one of my kids, your nose would be on the wall. And we're not doing the nose on the wall bit again.
Gosh. Good Lord.
Hey, breakaway homesteader. Okay. Hi, Kentucky. Hey, Debbie. How's it going? We did it again. We went to the Mall of America.
We did.
And fortunately, they have been very short stays, less than 2 hours.
Because we can't handle the
I go
nonsense
batty.
there. Well, our son and his girlfriend, they wanted to go. He had been several years ago with a youth trip, but she's never been. She's from Canada. So we're like, okay, we'll go, and we'll go to our favorite restaurant, because we never get to go there anymore because there's not one within an hour's drive. So that's okay. So we went, took them to lunch, late lunch, early dinner, and went to the mall, and Brad went to Guitar Center.
No.
He went to 2 different ones.
And she was even trying to egg me on to get something. She's like, no, you haven't gotten a toy in a long time.
Yeah.
And I was very appreciative, but I tell you what, I was really torn. Because I'm like, no, we're saving for this thing, and I don't want to be the guy that's not saving. And I was seriously, like, emotionally distraught.
I was so mad at him. He should have just done it.
Oh, jeez.
Okay, Mama Hubbard, our favorite restaurant is the Outback.
Your favorite restaurant?
Well.
No, they don't have our favorite restaurant here, and it's.
What's our favorite restaurant?
Carrabba's.
Oh, well, yeah. But we really like the Outback.
Outback is great. But now we're also talking about like chain restaurants, not like our favorite restaurant. There's several. You gotta pick the right genre. Like if you're saying chicken wings, you gotta be in Buffalo. There's no other place to be, you know, have good chicken wings other than Buffalo. But chain restaurants, it's either the Outback or Carrabba's, because you can still get good calamari at Carrabba's.
Well, okay, and the funny thing is too, the thing that I used to get at the Outback, I make better at home than they do.
Is that one in the recipe book?
Yes.
Their recipe they call
Alice Springs chicken.
Well, I started out making a copycat of it, and then Mama got involved in the sauce, making the honey mustard.
Changed it all.
And if you don't know what it is, it's a grilled chicken breast with
we use thighs.
Well, I don't like the thighs as much.
I do.
By the way.
Okay, whatever.
BTW, baby. Whatever. Grilled chicken breast, caramelized, buttered, salted onions, and then bacon bits, and then a honey mustard sauce.
And cheese.
And it is silly good.
Well, I changed the way that their honey mustard is. I changed the type of mustard that's in it. I added more of different seasonings and things like that. And then I also, for mine, I make in a separate skillet. I know it's more work, but I use grilled onions and mushrooms.
Yeah.
And I really like the mushrooms on there too. So.
Not me.
Anyway, I know. That's why I make it separate for me.
Anyway, going back to the Mall of America, it's a funny thing. I haven't told you this yet, but I kind of view the Mall of America, or malls in general, kind of like I view McDonald's. And that it always seems like a really good idea until about 20 minutes after you've had it. And you're like, oh, why did I eat that? Tasted good going down, but dang, I feel horrible.
That's funny. Okay,
I kind of view them all the same way.
A couple of people are saying that the stream is buffering and it's gone wonky. Brad and I both have it on our iPads,
and it's crystal clear.
And it's crystal clear, but let me look over here and see.
No, it won't be. Or else
no,
you
it's
would
fine.
see it.
It's totally fine.
That might be your internet connection.
Yeah.
It's usually ours.
Right.
But right now we can see that it's right as rain.
Yeah, a couple of people are saying it's fine.
Yeah.
So just refresh and
it could just be your connection too, you know. That happens. So Mall of America, it makes me really appreciate more and more living out here where our nearest neighbor is a quarter mile that way, and then nobody for a half mile that way, and nobody for a half mile that way.
Yeah, I'm loving it.
So that's really nice. But all right, so other stuff. The channel shout out contest is a coming. But before we do our first reveal, I think that I want to go ahead and let's do our channel shout outs of the evening.
Okay.
You guys know how this works. This is the time you can shamelessly plug whosever channel you want to, even if it's your own, especially if it's your own.
Yep.
So I'm going to say on mark, get set, and go, and then you're going to start typing who you want to shout out, and Krista will try to read as many of these as we can. So on your mark, get set, begin your shout outs, go.
BC Truck.
BC Truck.
Oh no, he said, hey BC Truck.
Oh no, BC Truck is a great channel to shout out.
Deep South Homestead, Homestead Tessie, Roots and Refuge Farm, Out of Goshen, Deep South Homestead, Hubbard Homesteadish, Truthification Chronicles and Garden Devotions. That was long. Striving for Simple, Moss TD, Evan Dickens, Out of Goshen, The Adaptive Maritimer, Living on a Dime, Cog Hill, Out of Goshen, Mapleberry Farms, Future Dreams to Reality, Art and Bree, Wholesome Roots, Linda's Pantry, Jane All Zero, Alderman Farm, Bandana Grandma, The Fray Life, Prep Setter Bob, She's in Her Apron, New to Torah, Jane All Zero, Big Family Homestead, Keeping It Dutch, Living on a Dime, An American Homestead, Alaska Prepper, My New Me, I don't know that one, that's new, Hip Smith, She's in Her Apron, Sutton's Days, Our Half Acre Homestead, This Is the Life, Patriot Nurse, New to Torah, hi there honey, hold on one second. The Needy Homesteader, Tiny House Prepper, Crazy Days.
You've done well, Mama.
Abuela's Kitchen.
You've done well. But we've got a special guest with us.
Who's hiding behind me?
So what we need you guys to do, come on over, Ruth.
Right here.
Right in the middle. It's Ruth's birthday.
Yes.
She is
Sit on my lap.
13 and a half years old.
No.
You're not.
How old are you then?
7.
You gotta don't look there. Look over there.
7.
17.
Nope. 7. Just 7.
Well, what was your favorite thing that you did today?
My favorite thing was having God's prayer with us.
Oh, that's nice. We went to church.
Yep, we went to church.
And so look at all these people
And
saying
Sunday
happy
school.
birthday
Look at
to
this.
you.
Look at all these people.
So we'll
saying
sing
happy birthday.
happy birthday to you. You live in a zoo. You smell like a monkey.
Look, it's that guy.
that guy.
It's that guy.
Yeah.
Oh, she's pointing to Deep South Texas.
Yeah.
Because she knows your video.
Yeah.
So happy birthday, Ruth. Look at all these people saying happy birthday.
Isn't that
to you.
cool?
And they're from all around the world.
There's somebody from Netherlands. There's somebody from all around the world.
So say goodbye. Say happy birthday. Happy
Say, what do you
birthday.
say?
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right, Booger.
Go build your Lego set.
Yeah, one of the things she got as a present today was a Lego set.
Yes.
And all our kids love Legos.
Oh my goodness. We every Christmas and birthday we get them Legos.
We should get stock in the Lego company.
No kidding.
I'm not kidding.
We have thousands of Legos in
I
our
mean,
house.
what other company can sell you $4 of plastic for $500?
Oh my gosh, it's ridiculous. There's one set that Brad really, really wants.
I won't ever get.
He won't ever buy it.
It's a Millennium Falcon this big,
Uh-huh.
but it's $800.
I think it's like 7,500 pieces.
Mhm.
That would be so much fun to build. Oh
It would
my
take
goodness.
so long though.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, and who hasn't had the joy of walking at night as you go into the bathroom with your bare feet stepping on, you know, some Legos?
Yeah, I saw a funny video that there was this young man. I think he was going to become a father soon, and it was a parent training. And on this treadmill, he's walking on the treadmill, and they're dumping Legos on the beginning of the treadmill, and he has to walk on them all.
Oh my gracious.
Yeah, that's horrible.
Some of those things just make you just jump up and want to spit.
I've bled before. So our rule is if I find a Lego on the ground,
They get one chance.
they get one chance, and then it gets thrown away.
Pick it up and put it away.
Mhm.
That's it.
Yep.
So, Nikki Lynn is saying Lego slippers.
Ouch.
You must have a pain
Ouch.
thing. She
No.
must be in pain.
No.
Yeah.
Ugh.
So, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The channel shout out contest was great.
Mhm.
We had a lot of really, really creative folks that put something together, and it was really a lot of fun. But we boiled it down to our 5 choices, taking into account your votes. But we made the final decisions on, it wasn't just by numbers. So, because we had to like them too as well, you know, it wasn't just by the numbers.
Yep.
So our first, I guess, shout out would be an honorable mention.
Mhm.
This channel did not make it into the final 5. Oh, that's funny, the final 5.
Oh.
We watched this Battlestar Galactica reboot a while back, and the final 5 is like, yeah, we'll forget about it. It's
You
nerdy
just have
stuff.
to watch the series.
Final 5.
Yeah.
Anyway, but this is an honorable mention, and I wanted to point this channel out, and I'm going to, but I got to tell you a funny story. The honorable mention goes to Getting Started on Homesteading. He even dressed up like me a bit, and it was really fun. Getting Started on Homesteading, you are well worth a channel shout out, and we're very grateful. But what was funny is that I went on to the video to watch it after it had been up for a few days,
This is funny.
and
Wow.
some person who was a subscriber of his made a comment that I thought was kind of a little bit snarky, and it said something like, all those big channels never watch any of your content, they never participate, and they don't
And
ever
they don't
sub
make
you,
comments.
and they don't make comments, and then he says, no thanks, I'll stay to the small channels. Well, I read that, and I said something to the effect of, well, I guess you'd be right, except I'm here reading your comment and responding to your comment. So I guess it's not always true or something like that. But the guy doubled down. He goes, I stand by my point or something like that. I'm like, I think you missed the point.
Whatever.
I'm here.
Right. Whatever. You know, we have not become too big for our britches. Let's just say that.
My britches are pretty big. So it would take a lot. Anyway, channel shout out, honorable mention to getting started on homesteading. So thank you. Now, we are going to do one more, and that is going to be, the way we're going to do this is we got three. No,
four.
sorry. There are 4 of the runners up that are going to get the stuff in the things.
They're going to get the
I make you a
custom video intro.
Yep. And other stuff.
There you go.
But we're going to do 3 of those throughout the show, and then we're going to save the final 2 so that you'll have a little bit of suspense as to who the number 1 is. So this one that is a winner is
Blessed Farm. Yay!
Crowd goes wild. Woo, 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 woo. Blessed Farm. Yeah, throwing stuff. Yay! Blessed Farm had a great video, and I watched a lot of their other content.
Oh, good.
And I learned a lot.
Awesome. I haven't had a chance.
Solid channel. Solid channel. So Blessed Farm.
Good.
You've got to email me at info.bigfamilyhomestead@gmail.com so we can hook up so I can make you something cool. All right? Blessed Farm, hats off to you. Now, let's talk about this. We had this come out 1 week ago.
1 week ago, today, our cookbook has been released.
Or unleashed.
Unleashed. It is up on our website, Big Family Homestead Store.
Big Family Homestead. There's a link down below.
Yep. And,
why don't you grab it?
Oh, and I have printed it out for myself, and I put it in a no, not red. This is orange.
It's Canadian
A
red.
bright orange. If I had a red one, I would have put it in red. It's my favorite color. Anyway, and I put it in these plastic sleeves, except I ran out of sleeves, so I'm not quite done yet. So, but front and back, and they're protected so they don't get dirty, and I can set this cookbook up like this, and I can see the recipes. So.
Now, for those of you who have purchased the cookbook, we are extremely thankful and grateful.
Yes.
Is there anybody who may have thumbed through and said, "Oh, I got to try this recipe"? If there are any of you out there, what recipe would you want to try the first?
Or have you tried?
Would you want to or have you? And so, it is available for your dining and dancing pleasure. There's a link down below. Butterfly Enterprises says yes.
Well, good.
Cassandra says, I want one. Well, we want you to have one, Cassandra. We really do.
Yes.
Okay. Striving for simple. We all won, even if we aren't the winners. We are still supporting the channel and get some views as well. That is very true. And she was one of the participants and made a great video. Thank you.
Awesome.
Mama Hubbard, I have to make about a 30-minute drive to
She's talking to
okay.
It's
okay, you guys are going back and forth.
Yeah, they're talking.
Okay. Well, anyway, the cookbook is there, and we hope you'll like it. It's a lot of the stuff that our family just plain makes and uses.
Yep, it's our family favorites.
Lemon chicken orzo soup.
Yum.
Win.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. A lot of our breads are in here.
All of our favorite breads.
Beans and rice.
Yeah, and the recipes, I was talking to Heather over at Go and Batty, and she said that she liked the way that I had the recipe instructions set up because they were easy to follow.
Right.
So
I've got to be able to follow them, so they got to be pretty basic. Like write them with crayon and stuff.
Well, and I don't like, when recipes have all of this unneeded information in them.
Or stuff that you're supposed to assume you know.
All right, just give you the simple instructions. And if you guys find any quirks or weirdness with the recipe, please don't hesitate to email and ask.
Yeah.
Because this is the first time we've ever done this, and I will be happy to make some revisions, because...
Yeah. Florida Homesteader says, my family really enjoys your bread recipe. Thank you.
I'm so glad.
Butterfly Enterprises says, Sasson was my first. That stuff is so good.
It's so good, and it's so good on different things. Jeez.
The kids are trying to get in, and Daisy's guarding the door. Lisa Jones, Christa, did you hear Out of Goshen is having a number 7? Oh, a baby?
Yeah, we knew that.
We weren't supposed to tell.
No, they announced it.
We knew.
Yeah, we knew when they came to visit. They told us.
We were keeping Mum's the word.
Right.
Mum's the word.
Somebody asked if they buy our cookbook, can we both sign it? It's a digital download, so right now we cannot. But I don't know.
Yeah, Hope's over there deciding she's gonna wash the milker or something. I'm like,
no,
right
she's
now.
just washing her hands.
Not right now.
Wash your hands in the
Bad time. Go in the bathroom. So cookbook.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Happy birthday, Ruth.
Yeah.
And oh, this is, I would say, a bitter moment.
We haven't lost yet.
Oh, we've lost.
No, we have not lost yet.
We
Not
have
yet.
lost. Our garden. I feel like we're watching The Empire Strikes Back happen, and we're the rebels. We're getting our butts kicked out there. We are. Vader has got our tomatoes hostage. It's straight up just like that. He cut off my hand while I was trying to weed whack. The grass has overrun the garden like nothing else.
Maybe.
We weed and weed and weed, and it just comes right back. And I know that's a first year thing, but I was for sure that we had it tilled enough.
No.
It was not.
And we have been told that a lot of first year gardens like this are like this.
We've
So-
never done one this scale first year.
Right. So,
The ones we've done this scale have always been in raised beds.
yes.
And that works very well.
And honestly, I think next year we might go to that.
Yeah. It's just, it's one of those things that, like, when we first did raised beds, we probably spent $500 in dirt. The soil that went into it.
Right, we did. We put a lot of money into the compost and the potting soil or whatever we bought.
Yeah, we mixed it up.
Not to distract, but so Paul is asking if David's girlfriend will be able to fly home. Actually, he's gonna drive her home. They drove here, so he's gonna drive her home.
Yeah, and we kind of thought about that. Should we put her on a plane? And she just didn't want to. She says no.
No, she didn't want to ruin anything,
And she's been up and around a lot. I mean,
yeah.
they wanted to go line dancing last night. I'm like,
Yeah.
you can't move around. What are you doing?
And there's no place around here to do that. So, yeah.
Deep South Texas, dirt costs more than wood.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what? You got to wonder if the old timers and the old farmers are just sitting around going, people buy rocks now.
So
They spend money on rocks. We're here.
Stacks of, we have piles of them out in the yard, out in the field.
Yeah, and yeah, I mean, here they pay you to take them away. They don't pay you to buy them, put them in your yard.
Get them out of here. I'll pay you to take them out of here.
Barbara Rote is asking, is Claire still away? Yes.
Oh, yes. Somebody else did ask a question how Claire was doing. Claire's doing fine. We got a call, a week and a half ago. She had stepped on a rusty nail, and there was the concern for tetany and whether or not she should have a tetanus shot, and she's fine. Everything's good. It went through her boot. And barely broke the skin, so she's totally fine.
Yeah. So we miss her to death. She's.
You know, I caught myself when everybody was gathering around to watch Ruth open her presents. I'm looking around like, well, where's Claire? Where'd she go? Yeah, she's been gone for 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's
She'll
the
be home
bummer.
on the 19th.
I mean, maybe this is just training. You know. So anyway.
Jean is asking a question. Can I print out the cookbook? Yes.
You're encouraged
Please to. Encouraged to do that. I have it on my iPad as well, which is really convenient because I can zoom in and just see the ingredients. Because I don't have these memorized yet. Most of them I do, but anyway.
Amy,
sorry, go ahead.
Amy T says things happen in threes. Hopefully the third thing isn't bad. Well, I'm taking a different position on the threes.
Yeah.
because we actually talked about it.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the first of the threes is...
Well, his girlfriend getting hurt.
Yes.
The ATV is completely
Money's gone.
gone.
What was the third thing? Marcy? Oh yeah, it's family finance stuff.
Yeah.
So we won't talk about
Yeah,
that.
we'll get through
But
it.
we took a really big hit that we were not expecting.
Yeah.
And you know, God's got this.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if these are the worst things that happen, then we are a truly blessed family.
Yes, we
You
have
know.
a home to live in.
Mhm.
We are healthy, for the most part.
Yeah. Knock on wood.
And we're all together, and so we're good.
I will say that we have something super huge to be rejoicing about, and that is we finally got Grace plugged back into the medical care she needs. It has been a nightmare.
Yes, an absolute nightmare. I am over government bureaucracy, baloney, whatever you want to call it. It's been a fight these last since January, it's been a fight.
Well, and what we didn't understand from the longest time is you have federal people that are above it that deal with nation stuff, and then you've got state stuff, and what we didn't realize is they don't talk to each other.
No, they're supposed to. The computers are supposed to talk to each other, but they didn't.
And so we jumped through all the hoops that we thought we had to, but these people weren't telling us that you need to go over there, and those people were telling us we don't do that. You got to go over here and do
these
that.
people didn't get the information that the federal people had gotten, and so the letters that were being sent to us didn't actually get to us,
Wouldn't
which
make any sense.
really is not smart, because then I got another letter stating that this was being canceled, and so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
Okay.
what did you see? Oh, we got another genius.
Yeah,
Okay. So
Bob got it.
that has been an amazingly huge blessing in spite of all this stuff. I mean, it has been quite the week. Although your goat stand is an outstanding stand in this week.
Thank you.
Tell about your goat stand.
So I made a 2-goat milking stand. Hey, shh.
Kids are back
They're
there
laughing and giggling back
chatting it
there.
up. Blah 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 blah.
So, I made a 2-goat milking stand. Now, currently, we only have 1 goat that's in milk. However, in the spring, we will have probably 3 goats in milk.
Mm-hmm.
So, I was trying to plan ahead for that, and I can milk 2 goats at once if they come and milk at the same time. Who knows what's going to happen? But, totally lost what I was going to say.
Stand.
Goat stand. So I've got 2 headlocks. I've got eye bolts to tie their feet down so they're not jumping all over the place. And I can also, we have an extra surge milker, so that I can get the teat cups for goats, because they're little itty bitty, not massive for cows.
Yeah.
And I can hook that up and milk 2 goats super fast.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited about that.
Yeah. My quiet kids, we were trying to have a professional show here.
Well, and okay, someone asked, what do our kids do when we're doing our live stream?
They watch TV?
They watch a movie, or right now they're playing with Legos.
Yeah. Yeah.
And our kids are very, very well behaved. We can take them pretty much anywhere and they will behave. We took them during the summer, our church does not have children's Sunday school. They have junior high and senior high, and then adult Sunday school. So the kids come with us, Ruth and Caleb, I mean by kids, come with us to Sunday school. They sit there, they listen, they pay
They even
attention.
interact sometimes.
They did. Ruth did.
Mm-hmm.
It was so sweet. And then the pastor came over and was talking to her, and it was it
was a good moment.
About crying. It was
Good moment.
It was really sweet.
So yeah, where were we? I completely lost it. I don't know. It's gone. But I can tell you what. One thing we are going to do. Hey David, are you in there?
No.
Come in here.
So,
No.
David's here, so we figured he'd come by and say hi. Come on and say hi. He's one handsome beast. I think that will it see you might your head be cut off.
You need to
Pull up a chair, brother.
I'm gonna squat.
So we are very grateful. David is in the Army.
Yes.
And
his job is forward observer, right? For artillery, which I am not real happy about, but you know, nothing I can really do about that.
So everybody's saying hello.
How diddly-doodly.
So a lot of you guys have been with the channel long enough to remember when he was a wee one.
Yep.
Really that small?
It was 4 years ago.
No, it was 3.5 years ago. I think
Oh.
17.
Whatever. A wee one.
Whatever.
A wee one.
Yeah.
So anyway,
That's funny.
my son is an Army 2, a Chinook mechanic.
Cool.
That's cool.
New tattoo?
Yes, David got a new tattoo.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hate them.
Yeah, we're not.
I'm not a fan.
How old is David now?
20.
20.
20.
He has many moons.
He's 20 going on 12.
Yeah. David, you rock, is what they say.
Roll your eyes at me.
Maybe.
Alright, get out of here. You're done. You're done. You're done.
I'm done.
You're done. This show's going downhill fast. Bye, Felicia. So anyway.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on a second.
My
Gypsy Woman Homestead. Her son is at Fort Drum. Sergeant Little.
You know Sergeant Little?
Rliddle. Because David's at Fort Drum.
He's there too.
What's his job?
Who's a sergeant?
Do you know what his unit is?
What is his unit?
Eye rolling is an art, says Paula.
Yeah, no kidding.
Not a fan of tattoos. Neither am I.
No, I'm not either.
No.
David's home until probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Okay. Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll see.
Fort Drum is big.
Yeah, Fort Drum's a big place.
Thank you, David, for your service.
Thank you.
No, you're supposed to. Well.
Okay. Well, we'll look. We'll look, but right
Oh,
now,
no, Fort Bragg. 82nd Airborne. That's somebody else.
I just know he tells people what to do, so no.
That's funny.
Well,
Alright.
I'll let them know if I see him or hear of him.
Yeah.
You could just
That's
hand
great.
you could hand a little note to every sergeant you meet that says, "Do you know me? Check yes or no." No?
No.
Alright.
I don't think so.
Alright,
Please
time
go feed the
for
cows.
time to reveal another one of our winners from the shout out contest. The first one was Blessed Farm. The second one I see is in the chat right now,
Yes.
and that is
Prep Stutter Bob.
Prep Setter Bob. He had my heart when he blew stuff up.
He didn't do it. His kid did it.
Oh, he was there. He was there. He was there. And so when he blew, that was an amazing feat of, I don't know how it went from a single bullet to an atomic blast, but
I'm not sure, but that was pretty fantastic.
so Prep Stutter Bob, you need to contact me so that I can get to work on a custom intro for you. So, all right, who else? Let's 7:40. You know what? Let's start into one other thing that's going on this week. What, baby?
There's a question about the calves.
Question about the calves.
Our bottle calves are 2.5 and 3.5 weeks old. One is 2.5 weeks, the other one's 3.5 weeks. I will wean them between 6 and 8 weeks. And right now they are getting, the younger one's getting 3/4 of a gallon of milk, and then the other one is getting a full gallon of milk twice a day.
Yep.
So they're pretty much taking all of our milk.
But that was a calculated decision.
Yes, it was. We knew it was going to be temporary, and we're okay with that if we have to end up. And that's another reason why we have the goat in milk, so that Grace still gets the raw milk that she needs. We'll cut back on milk. You know, Brad will put it in his coffee.
That's
we might
all I
have a
get.
bowl of cereal once in a while, but no more, quarts of milk for dinner.
Yep.
Not quarts. We only do 2.5 cups, but anyway.
All right. So one other thing that's coming up starting on Tuesday. We're going.
I can't see it. Your hand was in front of it. So this coming week is in our area, Marshfield.
I believe Marshfield.
Yeah, is the Farm Technology Days, and that is July 10th, 11th, and 12th, and we are super excited to
It's
go.
a big deal.
It's a huge deal. I mean, there was signs that they put up on the highways pointing, this is the way to go.
For parking.
Yeah, it was really cool.
And what it is it's a giant, I guess it would be an expo that's kind of fair-like, but it's all farming, all technology, everything from seeds to machines, dairy, cattle, all of that stuff. And it's coming up right this week. Yeah. So that's pretty awesome. So Farm Tech Days, we're going to be there. And so if you're going to be there, we don't know which day, but you know, just hold up a sign and we'll find you.
Yeah.
You know, looking for Big Family Homestead, we'll come and find you.
We'll just put flashing lights on our hats?
No, we'll find them. They got to have the sign.
Yeah, okay, that'll work.
You guys get the sign, we'll find you.
That's funny.
All right. I think I want to go ahead and announce the last, or well, one more of our second place winners.
Okay.
And this was one of our, not the first, but one of the first entries. And I love the fact that it was well planned out, well thought out, and you could tell a lot of thought had gone behind it.
Okay.
And that is
Deep South Texas.
Deep South Texas. You, sir, made a great video, and we are very grateful.
Yes.
And please email me, info.bigfamilyhomestead. Oh, you already had it. He already had it because he emailed.
Yes.
He did. He emailed to ask if he could use our video clips. I'm like, yeah, sure, this is great.
Yeah, you advertised it in just about everything.
So congrats to Deep South Texas. I can't wait to make a custom intro for you. Yep. So let's get on to the meat and potatoes. And by the way, I've been in contact with Will from the Weekend Homestead, and he is at a family get-together shindig thing that he cannot get away from for
Oh, I thought you had a question.
Oh, no.
Okay.
That he can't get away from, so we're just going to go till we decide we're too tired to do it anymore.
Okay. Breakaway Homesteader made the creamy sausage and tomato pasta. That is one of my favorite meals.
That is.
And then Dogs on the Farm is asking, how old is Dottie? And do you give her some of the calf manna? No, she doesn't get any more milk. She's 4 months old. She's way past weaning. She does get little extras here and there. Nice.
Here comes a wise guy. He's going to feed the calves now.
Wait, you don't have enough.
David.
I got 4 jugs.
No.
They're supposed to be full.
No. The 2 in one arm need to be full. Because one calf needs a full gallon, the other needs 3/4.
He's being a Weisenheimer.
I know that. That's 3/4.
They need more milk.
You need 3 full ones. And 1/2.
Alright, it looks like David gets all the milk. No, he's being a wise guy.
Well, he wants to take milk home. However, there's not a lot to take home. But
yeah, so it's one of the things. All right.
With the collar needs the gallon.
Okay, so I did a little research, and we've kind of started to become buds with Prepsteader Bob just because they're local,
right? And
they're really cool people, and so we have kind of reconnected in a lot of the prepping stuff that we didn't really do a lot of, or we don't really do a lot of right now because it's all done. Like our preparations have been made, you know, and we started homesteading because we wanted to have that path of being able to resupply everything.
Yep.
And so today and yesterday I had been doing a little bit of research on a list of things that will disappear in a crisis. What goes flying off the shelves first when a crisis happens? And I want to say something. I printed out a list and I kind of just compared a lot of the different websites out there because everybody's an authority when it comes to prepping. Everybody's their own self-appointed authority.
Yeah.
And so now one thing that this is, I hope we get time to do this because there was a lot of information and there's been videos floating around on YouTube of folks who actually went through the Sarajevo War, and they talk a lot about what was needed, what was not needed. And what are you guys doing?
Sorry.
can't put my boots back on. So.
Use my brown ones.
They do not appreciate that this is a live show.
Really, these two are terrible.
And they're blah, 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 boo.
Our other children are very respectful, very quiet. These two yokels, man.
Hey, my mother's a nice woman.
Close the door.
Oh,
all right,
goodness
so
gracious.
I see you guys are firing off some examples of what you think would go flying off the shelves first. So I'm going to start, I'm going to start in the top 40, and then we're just going to kind of catch whatever catches our eye, and we'll work our way up to one. So number 40 is big dogs for alarms and protection.
Okay, that wouldn't make sense to wait until after a crisis to get a big dog, because you don't know if it's going to be a well-behaved dog or not.
It's a crisis, hon.
Well, okay.
They're probably not going to the puppy mart going, no, no, no. Oh, duck, 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 goose. They're probably not doing that. Because, yes, it's too late when you go to, when the crisis happens, a big dog is too late.
Yeah, it's too late.
Big dogs are flying off the shelves, says Mike DeFazio.
That's funny. Fuel is gone in 48 hours, yep.
Yep, we'll get to that.
Yeah, I know, I was just reading a comment.
Oh yeah, you could make the comments too.
Yeah.
But that one I thought was pretty funny. Number 40 out of 100 is big dogs. I like big dogs and I cannot lie. Some of you other puppies can't deny. When a pooch strolls in with an itty bitty thing, he gets sprung. I don't know. Never heard that song before in my life.
Oh my lord.
Okay, let's go to number 32.
Garden seeds, non-hybrid, a must. Yep.
Garden seeds.
Yeah.
Now, okay, this one I thought was for sure going to be much higher on the list. Number 30.
I wonder why.
And Prepsteader Bob may have a thing to say or two about this number 30, but it says toilet paper.
Kleenex, paper towels.
I thought that would be solid top 10.
At least top 5.
Not
least.
5. I mean,
I would say
food and stuff comes over that. I mean, you can clean your business. It's just not going to be very.
It's not convenient.
And you're going to have the yuckiness.
Okay, okay, move on. Move on.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Put it down.
Does anybody know that movie? What was that movie?
No, Mama Hubbard, leaves are not good enough.
Especially if you've got a lot of poison ivy.
Or pine needles, you know. There's a lot of
Tyler
pine
Woods.
up here.
It's only top 10 if you're running out. That's true. That's
TP
true.
is only widely available the last 80 years. And that's a good thing.
And your point is,
Right.
you want to go back to not having it?
No.
No.
I want to be able to.
That's a modern convenience that we like. Anyway, let's jump on up to number 25.
I can't see it. Thermal underwear, tops and bottoms. Yes, definitely need that.
Got to have the stuff and the things.
You gotta have that warm layer, you know, on your body in the wintertime, especially up here. Holy smokes.
Number 24.
Yes, that's very important. Feminine hygiene products. Thanks, hon.
I didn't want to read it. I didn't want to read it.
Okay, now, feminine hygiene products. The pads are very useful. Not just
I don't know what to do with my hands.
That monthly time for women who are of that age. I'm kind of hoping I'm getting close to being done with this. Anyway, you is right, S. Federally.
Yeah.
Got it. Very difficult. Is my face bright red yet?
Powers Homestead got it.
For wounds, exactly. That's what I was going to say, because it is a quick bandage and it holds a lot.
And it's sterile.
Actually, I don't think they are.
You can
But it's clean.
You can.
It's clean.
Sterile.
Okay, whatever.
I'm going sterile.
Whatever.
Okay. Number 22, I don't think this should be this high on the list. I mean, yes, I'll tell you what. I'm going to amend number 22 because number 22 says medicine or vitamins. I'm going to say medicine should be in the top 10. But If they're saying like vitamins, like, hey, I got to get my vitamin D, how about you just go outside in the sun?
Right. You know, back to number whatever 23 or whatever 24 was. Tampons can be used as fire starters and other uses. And the military, no, tampons are used by service people to plug holes, bullet holes in the field. That's a great idea.
Well, and I could get some, like, you know, clothes hanger material, the bendy stuff, and you could make a really nice set of earmuffs with them to keep you warm. No? I could do it. Matter of fact, maybe I will.
No, please
Next week, I'm going to show you how to fashion earmuffs.
Ew! Ew, ew, ew. That's gross.
What's up, trucking it up?
That is bad. You're very bad.
Wow.
Used in kids' sports for nosebleeds. I'm not really wanting that up my nose.
That's funny. All right.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, number 19. That's pretty much, I think that's a fair spot for number 19.
Baby supplies, diapers, formula, ointments, aspirin, etc. You know, and yes, diapers are a must. But if you're not breastfeeding, you've got to feed that baby. You've got to have formula.
Yep.
Or a goat.
Yeah.
Get a goat, because then the goat milk is very close in molecular structure to breast milk.
Yep.
So if you can't breastfeed, get a goat.
All right, number 17 is one of those things that I think it's probably going to be useful, but why wouldn't you have gotten it a year ago?
No, a survival guidebook. That's something super important to have right now.
Yep, and then let's jump on up here. We'll do the whole top 10, but 14 is fire starters and matches. I would think that that's got to be higher up on the list.
Yeah, oh yeah.
I mean, without heat, you're in trouble, especially depends on where you live in the country. Well, that seems kind of funny. Where are you at? Where are you looking?
No, we were talking about baby supplies. Susie Q is asking, will any goat do? Not really, because there are meat goats that do produce milk, but not a lot. The Nigerian dwarfs, I honestly don't. If you guys have a Nigerian dwarf,
We just don't know.
We don't know how much milk they produce. I know for us, our dairy goat, she is a sawn-in goat, and she gives us 1 gallon of milk or more every day, and that is an awesome amount of milk for. If you have a baby, you could. I'm sure a baby doesn't drink more than 1 gallon a day.
And there's a little chat going here that's you need to make sure that you do have a female goat.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah, that makes a huge difference.
I kind of thought that was implied.
I mean, you don't want to be down there working away going, I'm not getting a thing.
Right.
I don't understand it. This one's got one weird teeth.
Yeah, that's funny.
So,
yes, Alpines do give good goat's milk too, and no Nubians.
Yeah. So, okay, now we're into the top 10. Now, I'm going to say I agree with some of this stuff. I'm not sure I agree with how high on the list all of this stuff is.
Right.
Number 10.
Red beans. Rice, beans, and wheat.
Well, when we were prepping, the very first thing we did when we kind of went, oh my gosh, society is as strong as we thought. It's actually like 200 pounds.
And beans.
That day.
And wheat. Yeah, I had to reconnect it. There it goes.
Is it going?
Yeah.
Not here yet.
Sorry, guys.
Okay. It looks like, well, it looks like it's stuck again. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to keep on going, guys. All right.
Babies.
All right. So number 9 is honey, syrups, wheat, and brown sugar.
I would add on to that spices.
Yes.
Spices.
Lots of spices.
Salt is important. I don't know why salt is not on here.
We can't live without salt.
Yeah,
it's
have
just
to have it.
most of what we eat is got salt in it. But if you don't have salt, you die.
If you're just having rice and beans and wheat and no salt, you're gonna die. So with that honey, the syrups, the white and brown sugar, get seasonings. It's super important because what's going to end up happening with those rice and beans, you're going to get food fatigue, and that's not a good thing.
Well, yeah, and you can doll up a lot of stuff if you've got, a nice variety of sazon.
Cholula.
Hot sauces. Yeah, get some of that up in there.
Yep.
So, all right, number 8. I do agree with this.
Definitely. Hand can openers, egg beaters, stuff that you can use, and whisks that you can use with hands. We have, over the last 7 or 8 years, we have gone and collected a lot of those kind of items. Hand meat grinder, hand wheat grinder, those kind of, and whisks and...
No electricity stuff.
Yes, things that don't require electricity to be used. Food choppers.
Yeah, all of that stuff that you need to get into your food or use as tools. Yeah. Get stuff that does not require electricity, but if you're new to prepping, 2 is 1 and 1 is none. That's a phrase. I'm going to say that again. 2 is 1 and 1 is none. And the logic behind it is that if you have something that you need, you better get 2, and 2 is actually considered 1. Now I have that can opener because I've got 2 of them, because stuff breaks. Yep. Stuff gets lost, stolen, and if you don't have a backup, you don't really have anything.
Right, exactly.
So 2 is 1 and 1 is none. Now, number 7. This is, I guess you would line this up in protection, and that would be guns, ammunition, pepper spray, knives, etc.
Yep.
And I would say that that's a reality of life, because if something were to happen that would be a big kind of upset the society for a while, there are going to be people that are not very nice, and they're going to want to take the stuff you have so that they can keep doing what they're doing. Yep. And so when it comes to protecting your family, we are a happily excited Second Amendment family. We don't talk a lot about it on our channel just because we understand how divisive it is. But when it boils down to protecting my children, I'm going to protect my children.
That's right.
And so I think that's a very solid thing to have considered.
Slingshots are another great thing to have.
If you have minimal storage, how would you have to store ammo, I guess?
Under your bed.
Yeah.
If you have a raised bed on a frame, you can, those ammo cans fit perfectly underneath there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, number 6. I think that this one is probably, they should have lumped 6 and 5 together, and it should have probably been a little further down the list, not in the top 5.
Right, no, definitely.
Not in the top 5.
No, Coleman fuel, lamp oil, wicks, and lamps. Sorry, I was reading 5 as well. Because,
no, that's
and
what
buy the clear oil, not the red oil. I don't know why they even have red oil. But anyway, just so that, when there's no power, you'll have light,
Yeah, but the thing is, I disagree with it being in the top 5.
I do too.
Because you can live fine without light. You'll get used to the cycle of the day differently. You'll get up earlier and you'll go to bed earlier. And you can, imagine that, you can use candles. And we did for a long time. We had a property in Kentucky that we were kind of trying to build into this place that was our homestead, and we used candles.
Yeah.
And it was fine. There was no issue with it at all.
Yep.
I think that these are important things, but further down the list.
Right.
Number 4. Now this, I think this is not top 5.
No.
And you know what?
No,
Let's ask Prepsteader Bob.
What it says there.
Let's ask Prepsteader Bob. I don't know if is he still here. I didn't see if he was still here.
I think he is. I think he's still here.
Okay, if he's still here, this is a question I want you to answer. They're putting this at number 4. What number would you put this item at? Okay? And the item is seasoned firewood. It says wood takes about 6 to 12 months to become dried. I think that is not a number 4. That's more like 25 or more. Where would you put seasoned firewood? So let's check it out.
Number 2.
Where's he got?
Wired.
Where would he put seasoned firewood?
Depends on where you live. Here at 20.
And don't kid yourself. We are in Wisconsin.
It gets really cold. I mean, we had negative 25.
Yeah.
Over the winter for a short time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. This one I think is absolutely bonky to be number 3.
Yeah.
Maybe this person's list is just.
This list is really weird.
I don't think it's very solid.
Yeah, no.
But number 3, they put portable toilets. For crying out loud, you can use a 5-gallon bucket.
And if you want squishy, use a pool noodle to wrap around the lid.
Yeah, and if you don't want to even do that, do like you're camping and dig a hole.
Exactly. Yeah.
Portable toilets?
Okay, what, and these should have been further down the list as well, you know? The things that should be on number 1 and 2 and 3 are not there.
Yeah. This list is bonk. All right, we're done with this.
Well, okay, let's tell them what the first 3 were.
Okay.
Okay, or the first 2. The number 2 was water filters or purifiers. Yes, I know you're going to need that, but don't you need the water to put in there first?
Could be water.
Could be. And then generators.
Is number 1?
Seriously?
Number 1?
But these are the first things that disappear in a crisis or disaster.
Okay, so maybe
not the first things that you need to have.
True. You know what? I do take some of that fault. I kind of started out as things that disappear, and then my mind started to switch to what are you going to need?
Right.
So that was
Water,
unfair.
Food. I mean,
protection, shelter.
Those are the top 3.
Heat.
Yeah. God.
Yeah. Many lists are made by those who've never experienced a real disaster, and that is an excellent segue because here is a list of stuff that came from survivors of the Sarajevo War. I've seen several videos of folks who had to endure that conflict, and here's some info that these people went right through it. Number 1, stockpiling helps, but you never know how long trouble lasts. So locate near renewable food sources. That's huge. Stockpiling is great. Don't know how long it's going to last. You better find your butt where you can get more.
Right. And even where we live here, there are so many things so many places where you can find food. I mean, there's wild rice that grows in these ponds.
Cattails.
Cattails are edible.
There are tons of uses for cattails.
You can grind it into flour. I didn't know that.
Yep. Here's another one. Living near a well with a manual pump is like being in Eden, is what it says.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Okay. After a while, even gold can lose its luster. But there is no luxury in war quite like toilet paper. Its surplus value is greater than gold's. Now, this is from Sarajevo survivors, so you can say what you want about the toilet paper, but I think that's funny.
Yeah.
All right, if you had to go without one utility, lose electricity. It's the easiest to do without unless you're in a very nice climate with no need for heat.
Right. We're in need of heat.
Or if you heat with wood, then
it's fine. We can live without electricity, you know.
Yep. It says find some books, escapist ones like romance or mysteries that become more valuable as the war continues on. Sure, it's great to have a lot of survival guides, but you'll figure most of that out on your own. Trust me, you'll have a lot of time on your hands.
Yep. And to go along with that, I mean, magazines are another good thing, but board games, playing cards, you got to have something to entertain.
Because you're not gonna be 24/7 out there.
No.
Doing survival stuff.
No. And another reason why we buy a ton of Legos, it doesn't require electricity.
I didn't even think of that. That's really good though. Jigsaw puzzles. Yeah, it's stuff to keep your mind working.
Oh, Janice has a treadle sewing machine.
Oh, cool.
Love that.
Number 7. You want to read that one?
Sure. The feeling that you are human can fade pretty fast. I can't tell you how many people I knew would have traded a much needed meal for a little bit of toothpaste, rouge, soap, or cologne.
A little bit. Oh yeah.
You know, blush. Not much point in fighting if you have to lose your humanity. These things are moral builders.
Morale.
Morale builders. Like nothing else.
So little bits of comfort stuff.
Yeah.
Toothpaste, rouge, soap, cologne, stuff like that. Real morale builders.
Stuff to make you feel
like
human.
you're
like you're not just totally get it.
And the last one on this list is slow burning candles and matches. It says.
They repeated that.
Yeah. So a little bit of preparedness minded stuff tonight.
Yeah.
So here it goes, guys. We've come to the portion where we're going to reveal our top two. Mm-hmm. One of these folks is the number one, and one of these folks is a runner-up. For our runner-up, it is Stringfield Ridge Farm. Yay! Yay! The crowd goes wild. Woohoo! This dude made a video where he actually wrote a song and he sang it.
Yeah.
And I was really, really touched by the creativity and blessed by the content.
Yep.
Ridge Farm, you, sir, are number two.
Yep.
And so reach out to me. I can't wait to make you an intro if you want one.
Yeah.
Now, that leaves the number one. Drum roll. The number one is 180 degrees from average. Yay!
So excited.
Woot, woot, woot.
They made the most awesome video I've seen in a very long time. Very, very creative.
Nana. Nanny's upset. She wanted somebody else to win.
Okay.
I don't know.
Go build your thing, honey.
So, yeah, 180 degrees from average. They had me at Gandalf. And then they blew stuff up, too.
I know.
I had explosions and Gandalf.
It was awesome. And Darth Vader.
Oh, yes.
Are you kidding? Triple win.
I think we all can unify in that Poppy New Country is horrible. It's horrible.
It's awful.
And you got Darth Vader blowing stuff up, you know.
It was awesome.
You can't say no to that.
And the kids are so cute.
Yeah. Yeah,
Anyway.
well, yeah. So, well done, everyone who participated.
And thank you.
Congratulations to everybody. Our number one is 180 degrees from average. Please contact with me so I can give you the spoils of the contest. You, sir, have won the golden ticket. He's got a golden ticket.
You're so funny.
So, anyhow, that is pretty much it for our show tonight.
Yep. We went over.
No, well, he's not.
I know.
Will's not doing his
I
thing
know,
tonight.
but we never go over, even if he's not on.
Yep.
I'm just glad that we could do the whole live stream. And
Yeah,
not
I'm
get-
surprised. Only one buffering.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They are over in Minnesota, not too far.
Yep. So, as you guys know, we are a family of believers, and we always try to end our live streams with saying thank you to God and just, you know, being together in prayer. So if that's not your thing, thank you for coming, and we'll see you next week. But right now, we're going to jump on in. So here we go. Father God, we thank you so very much for all of these folks. I ask, Lord, that you would just be with each and every one of them. I know that we all live such wide and diverse lives, and that all of the different folks here have different issues. And I can't begin to understand all of them, but you can. And I just ask you would just pick them up and love on them, Lord. Show them how much you care. Jesus, we love you. Father, we thank you. And Spirit, we adore you. Amen. Amen. You guys have an awesome and blessed week. So,
Okay.
There we go. Mom's got to do it.
Yep.
Here, have a mint while we're waiting. See if we can have a... Ooh, got it.
Jeez. Can't see it.